So last night I discovered one of the battery cables faulty. This is nuts. Every adventure brings its mystery, but what awaited me today was beyond anything I'd expected. Let's get right to work. And I got you. In the last few weeks, my solar system has been acting up, turning off unexpectedly and not turning back on until the next morning. This issue has been both confusing and a little frustrating. At first, I thought the problem might be with the inverters. This is the manual for all of these. It's a lot. Think of an inverter as a central hub for all the solar equipment. The solar panels work tirelessly, capturing sunlight and converting it into electricity. The batteries are our reliable backup, always ready to keep things going, even when the sun isn't shining. Each part of this system plays a vital role, working together to ensure we have a steady supply of clean energy. Yay!
I look like a bag of money I'm on. They wanna know what I'm on. Got diamonds dancing on my neck. That is the vibe I'm on. Drip way too lit. Who gon'
I verified the settings and consistency of each inverter across all 6. However, during this process, I encountered multiple warning and error codes, and several inverters were struggling to detect the batteries. After taking a closer look, I found out the real problem was with the batteries. So I went through and manually reset the batteries. The reset button on these batteries is tricky and requires a flat, not pointy surface. I'm using the Apexium DIY Box designed for 48-volt lithium ion phosphate, or LiFePO4 for short. I can go into 48-volt LiFePO4 batteries in another video. Let me know in the comments. The batteries were continuing to flash alarm signals, which wasn't surprising since they had been depleted. However, what was unexpected was that one of the batteries triggered a short circuit protection alarm as well. I discovered also that there appeared to be heat damage around the battery terminals. You can see how it was all melted in there. All that black stuff wasn't there before. The wire and the terminal were melted. So I'm using 2 gauge, which should be good up to 200 amps. The BMS itself is up to 200 amps. I turned to my go-to resource for all things solar to share the troubles I was facing. It's my trusted hub for insights and advice on solar power challenges. While waiting for replies, I decided to get to work opening up the batteries, but the weather had other plans. Really heavy wind, and it rained coming in sideways. Luckily, this is keeping everything dry. We just got hitting this wall perfectly. Yeah, if we come in here, nice and peaceful. Exactly what I want. No leaks. Looking good. All right. Yeah, this storm kind of came out of nowhere. It was very peaceful. Wow, look at that. You can see how, I don't know if you can see it, but it's coming in sideways. Just sucks it's dark. Luckily this area doesn't have many tornadoes, so I don't think that's really a concern. No water's pooling in that, so that's okay. I'm gonna get a trash bag area like that. Wow. Power. Well, if there's 7 inches of rain, we just probably got about 1 or 2. You can see it pouring off the panels over there. it's already slowing down, knock on wood. So I have to take the batteries out. Okay. This is nuts. I've never been here for a storm like this. I mean, actually, I think the first time I came here there was a storm this bad, but just want to make sure I got it. Oh. Yeah, actually that can hold the door down. That's good. Oh. Yeah, so this is the battery door that I've been working on. We have the filter on one side, and then I'm going to put plexiglass on this side to prevent like anything splashing up in there, for example like today. Additionally, I want to put like some sidewalls, because you see how that's whipping in sideways, just to add some protection for the inverters. This weather is very rare, and yeah, of course you can't make it easy. So the wires that they sent me just aren't thick enough, so they some of the terminals actually melted. This battery, I've never had such a bad experience with a battery. Like the other trailer, I haven't touched those batteries once. You know, I set them up and then they're good. And these batteries, though, they're just like, it's just like constant problems. Honestly, like the money that would have been spent for a better battery is would probably have been already, you know, paid for itself with the amount of like effort that I put into getting these batteries to work. So lesson learned, next time, you know, just pay the extra, you know, whatever it comes out to, for peace of mind, right? As the saying goes, how much is the peace of mind worth to you? But wow, look at that. As replies to my post began to pour in, a chilling realization dawned on me. It became undeniably clear that we were looking at a potential design flaw. The manual had steered us wrong, advising to place a washer in what was a dangerous location, right between the fuse and the bus bar. Finally, the weather cleared, and I got to work taking the first battery out of the trailer. Each battery weighs 250 pounds, so those deadlifts came in handy. In the moment I removed the battery, what I found was startling. Significant melting at the site where the internal 400 amp fuse connected. Here are some photos I took in the morning. Basically, the extra washer interfered with the electricity flow, creating too much resistance. This resistance made everything heat up. Finding the potential issue brings some relief, but there's a catch. Our system is still down. To get everything up and running again, I'll have to rewire the batteries. That means I need to track down plenty of copper wire. But that is a job for another day. The next day again brought heavy winds. So jobs today, plural, revolve around, you know, this trailer and that trailer. We got to get everything kind of situated. In regards to the issue with the terminals melting on the other system, I'm going to up the wire gauge. So this is 2-aught, which is 2/0. So this is good up to 285 amps, whereas the other wire I was using was only 2 gauge, or number 2 gauge. I know it's confusing. So there's number 2 and then there's 2-aught. And 2-aught is thicker than 2 gauge. It can carry more current. I don't have any 2-aught, but there's lots of wire in the mixture. I mean, you could even see like on the floor here. Not to mention, these are in parallel and they should all be about the same length. So I'm going to clean that up. I'm going to turn these sideways. We're going to have 4 here. And then Yeah, I think that will actually make this system even better. I mean, I haven't had any problems with it, and I hope that by doing this it doesn't cause future problems. But I think, like, you know, this system was very well planned, as was the other one. The battery was supposed to stop charging at 200 amps, which is what the wire was rated for, but for whatever reason it melted. So I'm still talking with them on Alibaba to try to troubleshoot and figure out what the actual issue was. We'll get it squared away. They're actually in China. I think it's like over 12-hour difference there.
Recent trends show the renewable energy sector may have found an unexpected ally in Bitcoin mining operations. In the United States, the rapid expansion of the renewable energy sector alongside Bitcoin mining operations is increasingly intertwined, heralding a shift towards not only a greener footprint but also a more sustainable and innovative digital world. This collaboration could herald a shift towards making renewable energy more accessible and cost-effective.